and a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to another season of softball here on Brevard Sports Network. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski, and this is BSN Softball. And tonight we begin our season. We kick off opening night tonight with the best team in Brevard County from last year, and a team that I really believe is the best team going into this year. If we were to do preseason rankings, they'd be my preseason number one. I don't think there's any doubt about that. That would be the Eau Gallie Commodores as they are taking on the Rockledge Raiders. 15-10 last year. Rockledge, in their own right, an outstanding softball team under the guidance and tutelage of a new skipper this year. We'll tell you about him coming up here. And this is his first game for the Rockledge Raiders. But 23-7, the Eau Gallie Commodores were last year, and they returned a core of players from that lineup that, I mean, if you're looking for, like, I mean, from 1 to 8, 330 last year was the average of what their 1 through 8 hit last year. I mean, that's just insane to be able to return that type of talent, that is for sure. And then they get Jordan Stout back in the circle again, along with Izzy Gamble as well. They got 4 commits, 2 to Pasco, Hernando State College, Hannah Leach, and Izzy Gamble going there. Ainsley Odell going to West Florida, and I can't remember where Jordan was going, but I'll look here in just a second as we get ready for the national anthem. That's why I'm kind of hesitating, because I always get going on something and then get caught in the national anthem. Actually, right now, they are introducing the Rockledge Raiders. So why don't I give you the Raiders lineup as they are being introduced? Leading off and playing second base, number 32, Ortega Fizell. Batting second and wearing number 9, playing center field, Riley Ravenscroft. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 5, Taylor Holtz. Batting fourth and doing the pitching, number 33, Haley Smith. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 24, Maddie Alt. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 7, Carly O'Brien. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 11, Jalea Johnson. Batting eighth and playing right field, where's number 1, Alana Juarez. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 15, Amelia Cox. And for the Eau Gallie Commodores, leading off and playing center field will be Shyla Eppert. Batting second and playing second base, Spike Peckert. Batting third and left field, number 11, Evie Martin. Batting fourth and doing the pitching, number 21, Jordan Stout. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 14, Abiel Tulip. Batting sixth and doing the catching, Ainsley Odell. Batting seventh and playing first base. Hold on here. I want to make sure I get her first name right. I didn't write it completely. It's Tepley, Ava Tepley. Batting eighth and playing right field will be Izzy Gamble. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, Hannah Leach. And, of course, the Raiders are under the guidance and tutelage of first-year head coach Brandon Strenko. And the Eau Gallie Commodores under the guidance and tutelage of Gabe Carride. For Coach Carride, this is year number 4 for Coach Carride. He is 59-22, and a couple of district championships in a row, as well as a Final Four appearance last year as we get ready for the national anthem. Play ball as we get ready to go here. Excited to bring you another season of softball on the Brevard Sport. We got plenty of soccer still left, too, by the way. Holy Trinity, the boys' soccer team is up 2-1, and they are in the second half of the second half, and that means that the water break. So Tigers lead at 2-1. Last year, we're going to take you around the Eau Gallie infield here in just a second, but last year, one of the best fielding softball teams around were the Commodores. It is why they were able to do the things they did last year. Aside from the hitting, which was absolutely stellar, the fielding was incredible as well. Let's start in the circle with Jordan Stout. Last season, Jordan was 9-5 with a 3.03 ERA, 23 appearances last season. She also had 2 saves for Stout last year, 94 and 2/3 innings pitched, 96 hits, 70 runs, just 41 of them earned, 44 walks, 65 strikeouts. She's a finesse pitcher. So that's what you can expect to see from her. Opponents batted .250 against her last season. And taking you around the Eau Gallie Commodore infield from left to right, it'll be Evie Martin, Shyla Eppert, and Izzy Gamble left to right in the outfield. Abby LaTulip, Hannah Leach, Spike Peckert, and Ava Tepley from third to first. And again, the outstanding West Florida commit Ainsley Odell behind the dish as Ortega Fizel steps in, and Stout will deliver her first pitch offering of this season. Low and outside, ball 1. Tonight's first inning will be brought to you by Orange Pest Control. The 1-0 is 1-1 to Fizel. Corners in. Stout with the 1-1 on the way. Make that 1-2. And Fizel in a 1-2 hole. Stout winds, kicks, and fires outside, and we go to 2-2. It was a nice signing day for Eau Gallie. Indian River State College just misses, and the count is full. Indian River State College is where Jordan Stout is headed. So you got 2 heading to Pasco, Hernando State College. You got Ainsley Odell heading to West Florida, and Jordan Stout heading to Indian River State. The 3-2 on the way. And that is a backwards K. Doing a little window shopping in her first at-bat is Ortega Frizzell, and that will bring up Riley Ravenscroft, the center fielder. Ravenscroft last year, she was a pitcher as well. She batted .238 and 5 RBIs as a freshman last year. Absolutely a piece of the future for new skipper Brandon Strenko. She swings and misses at Stout's first offering. And the off-speed drops in for strike 2, and quickly the sophomore is behind in the count. Upstairs on the waste pitch. So it's 1-2. Taylor Holtz Ground ball foul. Taylor Holtz is the on-deck hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the inning. Just underway. Opening night between the Commodores and the Raiders. Always want to thank Coach Paul, Coach Gabe, and Coach O's. The 1-2 is now 2-2. That ball is fouled off. Hopefully not off of my windshield. Hopefully not off anybody's windshield, honestly. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. And the sophomore battling. Pitch. Yeah. Froze her. Strike 3. She was expecting something off speed, and Stout just blew it by her for out number 2. And that's 2 backwards Ks to start this one as she sits the sophomore down. And that'll bring up Taylor Holtz. Holtz. She's a senior. And there's a shot backhanded over to first. Got her. 6-3. Hannah Leach over to Ava Tepley. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That ends the inning. Didn't even get a chance to tell you about Taylor. We'll save it for next time. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 2 right here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back here. Let's take you around the Rockledge infield and outfield here. From left to right, it is Amelia Cox, Riley Ravenscroft, and Elena Juarez out in right field. Jalea Johnson at third, Taylor Holtz at short, and over at second base. Yeah, I wrote something down wrong, so let me get that fixed. I'll get that fixed. But over at first is Carly O'Brien. Behind the dish is Maddie Alt. And on the mound is Haley Smith. And I'll tell you what, Haley was a strikeout pitcher last year. 2.71 ERA, 10-7 record. 129 innings, 150 strikeouts, 63 walks. She threw the bulk of the innings and, of course, back for her senior season. This is a massive bringback for the Raiders. Experience, durability. And if anybody can neutralize this lineup, it's likely going to be a swing and miss pitcher like Haley Smith. She's going to face Shyla Eppert, Spike Peckert, and Evie Martin here in the bottom of first inning as Eppert steps in. And Eppert bunts and kicks it, and it's foul. She would have beat it out, but she kicked the ball, so she'll come back and do it again. Eppert last year was a .330 hitter, 30 hits, 18 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a dinger last year. There's a little slapper down the third base line, but foul. And quickly, Eppert goes down 0-2 in the hole. Bottom of the first inning, no score here. Live from Commodore Softball Stadium. Haley Smith to Shyla Eppert. Pitch. And and just on the outside corner for ball one. Paul Morris at first, Gabe Carride at third. The 1-2 on his way to Eppert. Two now. Eppert slaps that one into the netting above the Rockledge dugout. These two teams met 4 times last year, with Eau Gallie winning all 4 matchups. In fact, the Commodores have won 6 in a row against Rockledge. Last year, 37-12, the combined score between these two teams. And that one bounces in the dirt, and the count goes full to 3-2. So, dueling full counts to each team's opening batter here on opening night. Smith looking for the strikeout here. Eppert looking to get on base. The pitch. There's a slapper to the shortstop, up and over to first. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Taylor Holtz with a great play over to Carly. And that is out number 1 as Spike Peckert steps in. Nice one hop. And she came up with it and throws out Eppert. Peckert last year, 392 as a sophomore. 4 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run last year. Peckert, 1 out, bottom 1. Pitch, hitter. And Peckert will reach on an HBP. And that'll bring up Evie Martin. And Evie last year with a great year. 352, 29 RBIs, 4 doubles, 3 triples, and a dinger herself. Peckert wasted no time taking off. Sold me. And she apparently did not get hit, but it will be a ball, 1-1. I tell you what, don't play cards with Spike Peckert. She had me convinced. The 1-1 on its way is 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow night, it's lacrosse for the second time this year, this spring on Brevard Sports Network. Vieira at Merritt Island tomorrow night. I'll be on the call for that one. Upstairs, 3-1. And then Thursday night, the premiere and debut of girls flag football on Brevard, high school girls flag football on Brevard Sports Network. Coco at Vieira. Excited to bring you that one. 3-1. Smith to Peckert, and Peckert was swinging for the football field on that, and the count is full to the second consecutive hitter. 3-2. Smith, Peckert, the payoff is ball 4, and Peckert will take first base where she just was. And that'll bring up, as we mentioned, Evie Martin. And Martin again, 352, 29 RBIs last year, 31 hits and 88 official plate or at-bats. Martin had 97 plate appearances last year. A lot of lefties in this lineup. Keep your eye on Peckert. She was second on the Commodores last season with 16 stolen bases. She will run. And this one is deep into right field. Here the ball comes, and Pecker will stop at third. My apologies. Nope, she will keep going as they threw the ball. My apologies on that. I don't know what I was doing with the camera, but that is a double and an RBI for Martin, scoring Pecker, and Eau Gallie is quickly in front, 1-0. Allen. My goodness, am I sorry about that. That'll bring up pitcher Jordan Stout, and we already told you what Jordan can do in the circle last year with a bat in her hand, 371, 3 home runs last year, and 22 RBIs. She's got another one. She's got an RBI sitting out there now, and Evie Martin, who just doubled. Abby LaTulip on deck. Shows bunt, pulls it back, or she fouls it, actually. I'm embarrassed what I did with that last count. I just lost the grip on the thing. One and one out, one in. We'll fix the score between innings. Here's the pitch. Fouled off and out of play. Jordan Stout trying to help her calls in the circle. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul down the first baseline, and we'll do it again. 1-2 now to Jordan. The pitch, low and outside, 2-2. So Smith has gone 2-2 or better on each of the first 3 hitters. She steps back into the frame and gets set. Winds, kicks, and fires. And there's a shot that gets past the third baseman and around third, and on her way to score is Evie Martin, and Jordan Stout with an RBI single, and the Commodores now lead it 2-0 as Martin comes around. Back-to-back hits. Abby LaTulip steps up. And we'll get a pinch runner for, it's going to be Callie McMillan to come in and pinch run. Abby LaTulip last year, 372, 20 RBIs. Right-handed hitter. Like I said, Stout, the lefty there. Pitch upstairs, and McMillan gets back. Paul Morris with the first base duties. As Coach Cartwright over at third barks out the signal. 1-0 to LaTulip. The on-deck hitter is the Western Florida signee, Ainsley Odell. Pitch inside and down to second base with an easy swipe of a bag is McMillan, so that'll be an SB, and down to second she goes. And now sitting with an easy RBI opportunity out there is LaTulip. Pitch. And down to third base she goes on the ball in the dirt. And now 1 out, runner at third. Eau Gallie already on top. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. This is what the Commodores do. We wrote this in our preview. They just apply pressure offensively, check, swing, strike in so many different ways. They work counts. They steal bases. 2-2 again. Tulip. The pitch popped up. And will it hit one of those cars traveling down? I think it did. As you heard the bench collectively go, ooh. Count remains 2-2. The runner at third is Callie McMillan. Smith kicks and fires outside, and she is full to the third batter. 3 out of 4 hitters now. She has gone full. Pitch. Foul back and out of play. And a good job by LaTulip to stay alive. Home plate umpire's out of balls. LaTulip back in the box, 3-2. Ainsley Odell waits her turn on deck. The pitch. That ball is hit deep, way back, and you can kiss it goodbye. A 2-run home run for Abby LaTulip, and the Commodores are out front 4-0. What a shot, no doubter, off the bat of LaTulip. Sorry about that. I forgot to hit the button to keep you all from getting car sick there. 4-run inning for Eau Gallie. 2 of them off the bat of Abby LaTulip, who absolutely drilled one over the left center field wall. As Ainsley Odell steps in. Odell, 349 last year. If you're wondering what they batted as a team, try 357. Odell looks at strike one. Going to West Florida up in Pensacola, up in the Panhandle area. The 1-0 ground ball back to Haley Smith, and she'll throw to first for the second out in the inning. And that'll bring up Ava Tepley. Tepley, 314 last year. 22 games played. Tepley, the first baseman this year. There's a hard ground ball to the second baseman, up and over to first. And that is out number 3. But the Eau Gallie Commodores send 7 batters to the plate. 4 hits, 4 runs, no errors, none left. we go to the top of inning number 2, and it's 4-0 Commodores. Second inning brought to you by Coastal Strength and Barbell. My man Isaac Bermudez definitely has experience in working with student athletes, works with the Cape Coast Conference Volleyball Club. Give him a call. Get him in with your program today. Isaac Bermudez at Coastal Strength Barbell. 4-0 as we go to the top of inning number 2 here. And Rockledge is going to have to get these bats going. And after a 1-2-3 first for Stout, it'll be Haley Smith, Maddie Alt, and Carly O'Brien due up for the Raiders. A 1-0. One. High, ball 2. The 2-1 on its way to Smith, pitcher to pitcher. And it's 2-2. Smith last year. Good year at the plate for Rockledge. Pitch outside, 3-2. Coach Carr telling Jordan Stout, keep working. Oh, that got her. So that'll be an HBP on a full count, hit by a pitch, and Smith will go to first. Likely get a pinch runner for her. We should. No, we will not. Smith batted .296 last year. This is Maddie Alt. Alt was 158 last year, but in a limited role as a sophomore. Alt a junior this year. And that ball is fouled out of play for strike 1. Rare to see the pitcher run. But that's what we got here. 0-1. And quickly 0-2. I thought she fouled the first one off. The scoreboard says 1-1. I think it's 0-2. Corners in. Smith at first, nobody out. That ball is hit into right field, but hauled in nicely out there by Izzy Gamble. And that is out number 1. And that'll bring up Carly O'Brien. O'Brien, no batting statistics from last season on the varsity roster. And there's a nice bunt and foul. Or it looks like she got it down, but Foul. Oh, I was looking at the yellow thing on the top there. My apologies. She fouled it backwards. Pitch. And that one is fouled off and into the parking lot. And the count is 0-2 now to Carly O'Brien. Jalea Johnson on deck. Pitch. Chopper foul. Scooped up, though, by Ava Tepley. Big blast in the bottom half of inning number 1 by Abby LaTulip. 2-run shot over the left center field wall. Has the Commodores on top 4-0. Stout, the 0-2 on its way. 1-2. My man Cody Queen Media in the house tonight. Pictures. Check them out on the Eau Gallie Facebook page. Coming up, I'm sure that's where they'll be. Ainsley Odell took a shot. Tepley. That's 2 outs. That's a strikeout. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game as Jalea Johnson steps in. Stout's first pitch offering to Johnson on the way. And the southpaw whips one in there for strike 1. Watch her arm, that whipping motion when she comes around, the way she throws that thing. It's awfully deceptive, too, when she slows the pitch. Right there. There it is. And like she only had 65 strikeouts last year, but if you're not ready, when she brings that, swings it, whips it around, then you're in trouble. 0-2. Strike 3. And they were all good pitches, and that will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Rockledge gets a base runner, but they strand her. We go to the bottom of inning number 2, Eau Gallie 4, Rockledge. Nothing. All right, welcome back here to Commodore Stadium. And Eau Gallie leads it 4-0. And this inning, it's going to be Izzy Gamble, Hannah Leach, and Shyla Eppert. Isn't that funny? Hannah Leach and Izzy Gamble batting 8 and 9. And both of them are going to Pasco Hernando State College together next year. Gamble had quite a year last year, especially when Brevard Sports Network was in the house. All of Izzy's home runs last year came with Brevard Sports Network broadcasting. It was funny. Yeah. 0-2 to Izzy. Upstairs. Nice pitch. Nice waist pitch. That one climbs the ladder. Gamble elects not to chase. Last year, Izzy batted .351. She was tied for the team lead in home runs with 3. And like I said, we saw all 3. 2 of them came in one game. Change up. Goes over the head. Now, Haley doesn't quite have that last second whipping motion coming out of her hand. She's fluid all the way through, and that's probably where she generates her power from. 2-2, 3-2. That hit her. That bounced and hit her. So Izzy will take a base. Thanks, buddy. HBP. Hannah Leach will step up. Hannah last year, .333. 3 doubles, 2 triples. Foul ball, but Campbell was running. Shyla Eppert on deck. And she is the leadoff hitter. The number 9 hitter in the order is Leach. Imagine having your number 9 hitter batting .333 from last year. Swing and a miss. My goodness. Haley Smith just wound up and let that one fly. 0-2 to Leach. Great pitch. That was mano-a-mano right there. 1-2 now. All right, we're about to find out what Coach Gabe Carrod just called 0-3-3. And over the head of the catcher and down the second base goes Izzy. And Jordan Stout is now 2-2 to Leach. Two on its way. Yes, indeed. A little window shopping for Hannah there. And she's caught looking at strike 3. And that'll bring up Shyla Eppert, who grounded out last time up to the shortstop, Taylor Holtz. That is 1 out. Let's see if Shyla tries to slap this thing. I think I don't know if you want to hit the ball in front of the runner, though. Softball's different than baseball. She does not. She goes. So, yeah. Okay, so she advances the runner. Nearly had that up the middle. Gamble goes to third. And Spike Peckert steps in. Peckert walked her last time up and scored. There's a strike. 0-1. Smith in a much better rhythm this inning, not going deep into counts. And she's ahead of Peckert, 0-1. Make it 0-2. As Spike Peckert looks at the first 2. And now she's ready. And the count is now ball on 2 strikes. Low and away, 2-2. Peckert knows what she's after up there. Spike is an outstanding hitter. And that one is fouled off. The count will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces are wild on the table. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I want to thank Coastal Strength and Barbell for sponsoring inning number 2. The 2-2 on its way is ball 3. My goodness, Spike Peckert has an eye. Count is full. First one this inning from Smith to a Commodore. And that's ball 4. And Peckert, with an unbelievable job at the plate, goes 0-2 and battles all the way back to draw her second walk. And that'll bring up Evie Martin. Martin doubled her last time up. And obviously, Peckert's going to be off and running here. So we're going to see if the catcher's indifference pops up or she just throws right back to the pitcher. But Peckert's going to second base. Make no mistake about it. Might be a good pitch to swing at, too. She does. And fouled off. Peckert will turn around and go back. And it's 0-1. Peckert's going to run on every pitch. Jordan Stout on deck. She would be next. 2 on, 2 out. 0-1 to Evie Martin. Smith winds, kicks, and fires. Low and away. Yep, nobody's throwing that ball anywhere. And that is the wise play. Now first base is open. And we'll see what Evie Martin chooses to do here with a 1-1 pitch. She's going to try and score. She will score. Gets in quite easily as the ball rolls all the way back. Peckert goes to third as Izzy Gamble, who was hit by a pitch, will score to lead off the inning. And Peckert now at third with 2 outs. And it's 2-1 now to Evie Martin. Ball is fouled off. Yeah, like when I'm out or coming back from somewhere and I see these lights or the baseball lights are on, I avoid driving down Apollo Boulevard. I recommend you do the same. 2-2, Deuces Wild again, second inning. Ball 3, count full. And Evie Martin works the count into her favor. An inning that looked like Rockledge would get out of it unscathed. Commodores have scored once and have a runner at third. Grounded foul. 3-2. 2 outs. So 3-2. Full count offering on its way. The payoff pitch from Smith is low for ball 4. As Jordan Stout comes in. So now a runner at first and second. With Evie Martin at first, I would imagine she'll be off and running. Jordan Stout is up. Stout singled her last time up. And her pinch runner, which was Callie McMillan, scored on the 2-run bomb by Abby LaTulip. So now we've got 2 on and 2 out with 2-1 at the plate. Smith, to her counterpart, is upstairs and electing to stay put is Martin. Ah, 0.55. That's got to be a steal. I have no idea what it is. 1-0. Yeah, it is. And down the second base goes Evie Martin. So now second and third with 2 outs. First base open for Jordan Stout. Base hit here would likely drive into. Coach Carrod is not conservative when it comes to sending runners. Check swing strike. And the count is now 2-2. Really got Deuces wild now. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. That's 4 twos. I mean, you can only get one more. Everybody looking at me like, you can't get 5 twos, Alan. Pitch. And inside, and the count is full, 3-2. I wish you could have seen the looks. Yep, I'm the guy you want to play poker with. And that is a bases-loaded walk, or a walk to load the bases, I should say. And I tell you what, Abby LaTulip steps up, and LaTulip, all she did last time was hit one over the left center field wall for a home run. There is no place to put LaTulip, and now you got a pitch to her. So this becomes a very dangerous situation for Rockledge, who trails 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. And you got no place to put LaTulip. And you already know what she did with your best pitch the last time she was up. So interesting to see what goes down here. And I think Coach Brendan Strenko just came out and said, look, you just got to go get it. I mean, that's really all you can do here. Five to nothing is a good lead, but anything here busts this thing wide open. In the dirt, ball 1. As it trickles back to the screen. Opening night jitters, maybe. I'm not sure. Haley Smith, great pitcher last year, averaging a strikeout per inning, good ERA, 10 wins. 5-0 here, though, with 2 outs. That's the key here. 2 outs for her. And that's inside for 2-0. Now LaTulip really has her set up where she wants her, because this has got to come, if she can get it, right down the middle of Eau Gallie Boulevard. Smith to LaTulip, and it's upstairs. Oh, actually, he's going to call a strike on that, a letter high. Strike 2-1. That's a disciplined take right there. Nice job by LaTulip. Good pitch from Smith. I'd go right back there again. The 2-1. Check swing, 2-2. Yeah, she went. No, he says she did not go. And that's the first base umpire's over on the third base side, so the appeal could not be made. And it's 3-1 instead of 2-2. And I clearly thought that was a swing. The 3-1 fouled off, and now it's 3-2 with the bases juiced. No place to put her. Big pitch coming here. Game-turning pitch here. 5-0. Eau Gallie on top. Will Haley Smith set her down, or will LaTulip bust it open? The 3-2 on its way. Strike 3 looking. Great pitch by Smith, and that will end the inning. A little good old-fashioned drama there, huh? We go to the top of the third. 5-0 Commodores.
Hi, I'm Christy Lindback with Compass, your East Coast real estate expert. When it comes to selling your home, experience and strategy matter. My team and I make sure every detail is handled, so you get top dollar and a stress-free experience. We bring in professional stagers, high-end photographers, and cinematic videographers to showcase your home at its best. Because every showing starts online, and we make sure your home stands out. With consistent communication, strong negotiation skills, and local market expertise, I guide you every step of the way. Because here in Brevard, when it comes to real estate, Chrissy knows. Ready to buy or sell in Brevard? Visit Chrissy Knows, and let's get started.
Welcome back to Commodore Softball Stadium. Opening night here on Brevard Sports Network, as the Final Four participant from last year, Eau Gallie Commodores, lead their district rivals, the Rockledge Raiders, 5-0 as we head into the top of the third inning. And so far for Rockledge, just one base runner, as it'll be Alana Juarez, Amelia Cox, and Ortega Frizzell again back to the top of the order. And the first pitch offering is a strike from Jordan Stout. Lena Juarez looks at strike 2, and just the opposite for Stout compared to Smith. Is frequently falling behind tonight to hitter. Stout here has gotten ahead, and when she has done so, has owned them on that third pitch, and there you go. 3 straight. That is 6 straight pitches from Stout going back to last inning for 2 strikeouts. That is her 5th strikeout of the night, and that'll bring up Amelia Cox, the left fielder. She struck out Jalea Johnson in 3 straight. I think she struck out Carly O'Brien in 4 pitches. So she's picked up 3 strikeouts in her last 10. Now 11 strikes she's thrown in a row here. Outside, 1-1. Popped up and hauled in for out number 2. And we go back to the top of the order here with Ortega Frizzell. No, it's Giselle. Why did he tell me it's Ortega Giselle? Or Giselle Ortega. Okay. I am so sorry, Giselle. The lineup card had her name backwards on it. My apologies, Giselle. Giselle Ortega. Okay. Please forgive me. Please. And Giselle Ortega with a base hit. She'll round first. And nice piece of hitting as she goes the other way with it. So I got her name right just in time as she gets a base hit. That, the first base hit of the game for Rockledge. And that'll bring up Riley Ravenscroft. Ortega last year led Rockledge in stolen bases. She had 23 stolen bases, 23 of the 61 last year as a sophomore. As a junior here to start the season, we'll see if she gets ready to fly here. Stout, and it's 2-1. So Ortega's base hit disrupts the rhythm of the night a little bit for Jordan Stout. See what I did there? Pitch. That one is lifted down the right field line, but foul. For you 80s song buffs out there, rhythm of the night. So Stout works the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And if you haven't caught on by now, we have a saying for that. That'll be 2s are wild, deuces are wild. Pitch, and the count is full. Ortega, I think Ortega just got thrown out. And the West Florida commit signee, Ainsley Odell, guns down one of the top base runners in Brevard County on a stolen base attempt. Riley Ravenscroft will lead it off, and we go to the bottom of the third. Commodores up 5-0. Ainsley Odell steps up. Ainsley just threw out the base runner, and she'll lead it off here. Again, headed to West Florida next year. Boy, if you're, what are they called? The Argonauts? The West Florida Argonauts? I think if you're West Florida, you got to be happy to see that. I mean, that was a perfect straight. Ortega's not slow. 23 swipes last year of the bases. And we were talking about being ahead or falling behind, and here Smith is falling behind 3-0 to Ainsley Odell. I think you got to take this the whole way here. There's a strike, and she does. And it's 3-1 now. Odell set. And that one absolutely smoked in the left field. And Odell will stop it first. And Ainsley Odell all over a 3-1 fastball for her first hit of the night. And that'll bring up Ava Tepley. Tepley grounded out her last time up. I'd be interested to see what the exit velo was on that one, because she absolutely pummeled that softball. The pinch runner for Eau Gallie will be Hope Rodriguez. So Hope Rodriguez comes in to run. Let's see if Hope takes off. And she will, because the ball gets away from the catcher. And Rodriguez will stop at second base on the wild pitch. And again, Haley Smith, outstanding pitcher. Not her night. And that might even do it for her, and it will. And that'll close the book on Haley Smith. And we'll get a new pitcher as Coach starts making some changes. Let's see what we got here. Haley Smith's going to go to, looks like, pitcher's going to come out of the dugout, moving the left field. It's Jalea Johnson. Smith going to third. And into pitch is number 9 for Rockledge, and that would be Riley Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft last year 4-1 with the Raiders with a 4.30 ERA. She's a sophomore. She appeared in 7 games last year, started 2, threw a complete game. 29 and a third innings pitched. She allowed 36 hits, 30 runs, 18 of them earned, walked 17, struck out 25, gave up 3 home runs. Opponents batted .275 against her, had an OBP at .362. It's on base 36% of the time. So, Riley Ravenscroft, the sophomore, in relief of Haley Smith, and just wasn't Haley's night tonight. She gives up 5 hits, 5 runs, strikes out 2, walks 3, and hits 2 batters. So definitely not Haley Smith-like tonight. As Ava Tepley now takes a look at Riley Ravenscroft. 2-1. Inside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. And again, pinch runner for Ainsley O'Dell at second is Hope Rodriguez. She took second on a pass ball, or a wild pitch, I should say. The 3-1 tried to bunt it, but bunts it foul. And we'll go full. Three and two. Nobody out here. Bottom of the third, 5-0 Eau Gallie Commodores. Inside, ball 4. First and second now. The 6th free pass of the night issued by Rockledge pitching as Izzy Gamble steps in. Pasco Hernando State College commit, and she shows bunt, pulls back 1-0 on the high opening fastball. That's a strike right down the middle. First and second here. Let's see if the Commodores press the sophomore here and take off. They do not, but they do show bunt, and the ball is high to Gamble, 2-1. Let's see if 2-1-3 is a steal. Everybody looks down at their wristbands. Pitch. Yep, they're going to go. Ball gets away from the catcher, though. So now second and third with nobody out, and Gamble sitting on a 3-1 count here. She can hit anything out over the middle of the plate, and Gamble can deposit it out there where the scoreboard is. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, bases are loaded. Hannah Leach steps in. 5-0, Eau Gallie on top. Leach with a chopper. She dropped the ball over at third. And that is an error. And a run will score. And it's 6-0. As Rodriguez scores, a pinch runner for O'Dell. Everybody moves up a base. She tried to pick the ball up before she had it, or did she? Did she get the runner third? She does not, so still nobody out. Pitch fouled off, so we go back to the top of the lineup again. And Shyla Eppert. Eppert grounded out to the shortstop, and last time up to the pitcher. The 0-1 is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Nice pitch from Riley. As Shyla wanted all of that one and then some. And had she got a hold of that, that thing still might be going. Fouled off, out of play. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Coming up tomorrow night on Brevard Sports Network. It'll be boys lacrosse tomorrow. They'll be at Merritt Island High School. Tier 1 lacrosse presents Vieira at Merritt Island. And boys lacrosse tomorrow night on Brevard Sports Network. And that nearly hit her, and it's 2-2. Coming up Thursday, it'll be girls flag football. Coming up Friday, no idea. If you got something you think needs to be broadcast, that's going to drop. Nobody's at second base. That is all kinds of confusion. And they're going to ask, why is that? The coach is like, what is going on here? And that'll score a run. That's a base hit. It'll look like a line drive in the book, but that's a base hit. And it's 7-0 Commodores. And it's Murphy's Law for Rockledge. What can go wrong is. And that'll bring up Spike Peckert. And Peckert looks at 1-0. Bases will stay loaded, station to station. Peckert swings back to the screen. So you got Izzy Gamble at third, Hannah Leach at second, and Shyla Eppert at third. With Spike Peckert at the plate, 7-0. And that is a strike, and the count is 1-2 strikes, which is nothing new to Peckert. She's actually been down in the count every time she's been up tonight. 0-2, 0-2, and now 1-2. And the amazing thing is she's reached base twice, drawing a walk each time. Tells you the type of hitter she is. She's going to work the count and get her pitch. The 2-2 on its way to Spike. Upstairs, and we're full at 3-2, and no place to put her. Big payoff coming here. And that's fouled off, and Coach Gabe Carrod trying to flash off the right hand. Better be careful over there before he breaks it. We'll do it again, 3-2. Ravenscroft. Ball 4, and it's 8-0. Third straight walk tonight by Peckert. And it's the third time she's been down in the count and drawn a walk. Evie Martin steps in. As Izzy Gamble crosses the dish. And it's 8-0 Eau Gallie here. And the first offering to Martin is ball 1. We want to thank Chrissy Lindback, the real estate expert. She is our third inning sponsor. Yep, that hit her square in the helmet. And that's 9-0. Hannah Leach will score. Everybody will move up. And Jordan Stout will step in. So not the type of night new skipper Brandon Strenko was hoping for, as his pitchers have struggled to find the plate. And this is not the team you want to struggle to do that with. Stout steps in. But it's a good learning experience. And, oh, what a bunt. Stout's going to bunt her way on. You don't see that very often. A base hit bunt, and it's 10-0. Abby LaTulip steps. There's still nobody out. If Eau Gallie scores 5 more runs in this inning, They'll end the game. Been a long one. Pitch. Popped up. Heck of an attempt there. Nice try there by Giselle Ortega, who's got the only Rockledge hit tonight. Nearly pulled off a web gem as well. Abby LaTulip, deep left line, foul. LaTulip nearly had her a grand salami. She is the ninth batter of the inning. My goodness gracious. In the dirt, 1-2. That's the second ball tonight. LaTulip hit over the wall. That one was foul. The first one was a 2-run home run. Popped up. Runner's going to tag. Jalea Johnson. That ball drops in. Foul ball, says the umpire. So we'll do it all again. Took a long time to call a foul ball. So it's 1-2. 10-0 is our score. Pitch inside 2-2. Hard ground ball. There's one, and that's all they're going to turn. But they will score the 11th run of the night on a 4-5 force out. I don't even know where to go here. The Tulip reaches on a fielder's choice. I think Spike Pecker goes down 4-5. And now we have Ainsley Odell, who led off the inning here with a scorching base hit. Upstairs, and runners at first and second, and just one out. Outside, 3-0. Tried to bunt. Everybody moves up a base. And tried to bunt on 3-0. And now it's 3-1. So first base is open. But runners in scoring position here. And there's a hard shot. No, she won't get Smith. She won't get the runner at third. They just threw the ball all the way around the infield. I don't even know what just happened there. I think Ainsley Odell got thrown out by Haley Smith, so that's a 5-3. So she goes 5-3 for the first. Who else is out? Oh, somebody else is out, but it's 12-0. First home. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm up. A 7-run third inning as Evie Martin pops it high in the air. Had a shot. Martin now wants to make them pay. 1-2, 2 outs. That was all kinds of throwing the ball around the infield there, wasn't it? Well, Gallie was running too. Martin will look at a ball. 2-2. So here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 12-0. Eau Gallie on top. Full count. Riley Ravenscroft trying to get her team to the top of the 4th inning here. Pitch, swing, and a miss. She dropped the third strike. She's not going to get her. Got her at third, though. And that will end the inning as the catcher does a nice job of picking the runner off at third. So 7 runs that inning for Eau Gallie, and they lead this thing 12-0. Back with the 4th inning in just a minute here on Brevard Sports Network. Coming up tomorrow at the Schechter Center, if you have a high school senior who's a football player and wants to play football in college and just didn't get any offers or the offers that he felt he deserved or you felt he deserved because of the transfer portal, NIL, whatever, tomorrow at the Schechter Center and the afternoon, make sure he gives his text his coach tonight. Get over there tomorrow to the Schechter Center. It's a high school football recruiting fair tomorrow for seniors. And I've seen kids, or I shouldn't say kids, but student athletes, and that'll be an error as Riley Ravenscroft will reach to start the inning. Shortstop dropped the ball. And a Leach. But I've seen high school seniors get offers at these fairs. So all hope is not lost. Schechter Center's in Satellite Beach. The information is on Brevard Sports Network. You can look that up. So regardless of whether or not Rockledge needs 2 here, or 3 actually, to keep this thing moving past 5, and that is if Eau Gallie does not. Nice catch. That is by Izzy Gamble. That is if Eau Gallie doesn't add 3 to end it in the bottom of the 4th, because if they do that, it's over. Izzy Gamble with a nice track. That'll bring up Haley Smith, who is now playing third base. The ball is fouled off and out of play. Fouled straight back, and quickly the count is 0-2, and that's been Stout's MO all night, ahead of hitters. Just misses. 1-2. Got her. And that is a strikeout. Her sixth of the night. That'll bring 2 outs. I want to thank Gillen, and Limback. I don't think that's Gillen, and Limback, though. Well, it could be. Yep. Gillen, and Limback, Brevard's injury attorneys. Oh, so it's not a strikeout. It's a foul ball. That's what the umpires were discussing. So no strikeout here. Stout will have to step in and face. It should be 1-2 though still, and it is. Nice job by the umpires to get together, discuss it, and come up with the. I mean, if that's what happened, I didn't see it. And it'll be 2-2. But if they say so, I'm going to go ahead and believe them. Inside, and now it's 3-2. So now the count has worked full. So that foul ball has now turned into a full count. And the opportunity to have first and second with 1 out for Rockledge. And there's a hard ground ball to shortstop, up and over to first for out number 2. Nice play by Hannah Leach. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. As Ava Tepley secures it, 2 outs. Carly O'Brien steps in. About Alex Sosa over the weekend, huh? Former Viera Hawk playing now for the Miami Hurricanes. 3 home runs over the weekend. Diamez Ross, the former Eau Gallie Commodore, with a big weekend for UCF. Ross named a captain this year for UCF baseball. And I think he goes something like 6 for 12 over the weekend. Pitch. Yeah, that's a strike all day. And again, Stout is ahead. This time, 0-2. She didn't get the 6th strikeout. Actually, this is Maddie Alt, because I did not back up on the out. So this is Maddie Alt. My apologies. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. She's going to take it herself. Spike Peckert with a great job. Peckert, the first baseman, was out of the play trying to dive for the ball. Peckert picks it up and touches first for the final out. It is, as we head to the bottom of the 4th, 12-0 Commodores. 3 runs ends it. 3 runs ends it. All right, welcome back here as they throw the ball around here for Izzy Gamble leading off. And all Eau Gallie needs is, and you saw the play there, that's going to be an error. Izzy's going to reach on an E4. And so all they need now is 3 runs here to make it 15 to nothing, or 3 outs in the top of the 5th, and it's over in the 10-run mercy rule. So we shall see what happens here as Hannah Leach steps in. Izzy Gamble standing at second on the air. That one is hit into the gap around first, and on her way to second is Leach. Gamble will score, and it's 13 to nothing on an absolute blast by Hannah Leach. Hannah Leach with an RBI double. And the Commodores, who averaged 9 runs a game this year on opening night, with 13 on the ticker already. We will get a pinch hitter here. Not sure who that is. I do not know. I apologize. First pitch offering. Hard ground ball. Oh, my goodness. Oh, she threw it away. She's safe. And down to second base, and that's going to be run 14. That was a shot by Callie McMillan, and they still throwing it away. And the winning run, the game-ending run, is now standing at third base. They just committed 2 errors on the play. Rockledge is going to have to, just get the ball in and call time. 14 to nothing, and that run scores. We are done. In the dirt. I'm not sure. Now, that's outside. I'm not sure what you got, feeling the ground ball, looking back. I get checking the runner, but you don't have much time in these shortened base paths to throw runners out. You just got to glance and get rid of it. Yeah, that one felt like it stung. So that goes foul. So it's 3-1 here. The way the rules work is it's 15 after 3 or 10 after 5. Pitch, chopper, and that's the game. Isn't it? Yeah, that should be the game. Yeah, it is. All right, that'll do it as the Eau Gallie Commodores make it 7 in a row over Rockledge as they get the win 15 to nothing on opening night. Eau Gallie improves to 1-0. Rockledge drops to 0-1. We want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank you out there. We'll see you tomorrow night from Merritt Island for boys lacrosse and then girls flag football on Thursday. You know what? We're going to give the player of the game tonight to Abby LaTulip since she hit the first home run of the night. LaTulip, our Chrissy Lindbeck, real estate expert, player of the game tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Come on, ladies. Josh has got to do 15 cartwheels here. Josh does his 15 cartwheels, and the Eau Gallie Commodores win it 15-0 on opening night. So for Athletic Director Todd O's, both head coaches, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. This has been a presentation of Brevard Sports Network.